Yep, I'm here. I'm back. Nope, no, I don't leave. I don't go nowhere. Got another one for you guys. Okay, it's a creepy little animation by a YouTuber by the name of RJH that I believe has a second part to it that we're gonna be taking a look at here as well. So sit down, relax. Grab a bottle of Pepto-Bismol while you're at it, shoot, and well, let's explore the mystery behind Where No Mind Takes Place. Our video begins with the inner monologue of the main protagonist. Where am I? I can't remember anything from this week. What happened? The protagonist then wakes up from a deep slumber, grabs a cup of go-go juice, and inhales it like the sloppy pig that he is. And of course it is worth mentioning that, well, he doesn't remember anything, in case you didn't pick up on that yet. After taking a slurp, everything is washed away. No more constipation. He decides to get some air. The longer he lingers in this space, the more he remembers. Off topic, but why does this look like the house from Granny? Oh, something's not right here. He eventually recognizes this as his house, but with a silly little twist that will shock you. Finally, some fresh air! He says out loud like a maniac, only to realize there is no air. God, I hate it when that happens, man. As one would do in this situation, he decides to check the time. He walks into his clock room, which everyone has. Everyone has at least one clock room in their house. Me? Anyone else? Show of hands. And in this room, there are, of course, clocks on every shelf, you know, in case, just in case you run out of time, I guess, I don't know. And all of them point towards 10 a.m. How he got to the AM part, I don't fucking know, but you know what? I'm not gonna yuck his yum, alright? I thought it was brighter outside at this time. He notices some old pictures to his left and takes a gander. And here we can see the grand tapeworm is approaching. In the second picture, a large mass can be seen taking refuge in the middle of a lake. To him, these pictures seem familiar, and he wonders if he took them himself. Again, all of these pictures just have a large mass in them, okay? If this creature had a name, it would be Big Mac. Because he's big as fuck. He built like a truck. And he don't give a fuck. He tosses the picture out of the room because fuck those pictures. He's had enough of this shit. Then Big Mac come along and say, oh, thank you very much, I'll have these back, please. While the protagonist doesn't want to follow, his body moves on its own. The light overhead turns red and a door on the upper floor opens. The protagonist rushes out the front door and into the void, but this dimension has other plans. While he decides to never return, the void shakes its little finger at him and goes, nah, no. It doesn't matter which way you take, you always return. And that is when he slowly remembers his past. He realizes that he was once a detective investigating a case called the Blob. After returning home and heading straight to the bathroom, again, as one does, makes me wonder what kind of blob he's investigating. He notices a picture sitting on the back of his toilet, and it shows the creature just hanging out in his house. The words, "You knew too much," appear before slowly fading to red and vanishing. His mirror turns to static and shows a silhouette standing within. Before long, the creature loses its patience and busts down the bathroom door. I mean, who can blame him? Dude's got that big ass house, but only one bathroom. Make it make sense. The detective manages to escape and locks himself back in the clock room before the video ends. Not, of course, without a very hard to make out scene of a person walking away. He's just walking away, leaving, say bye-bye, everyone, bye-bye. The second part to this series is just under a minute, but it's packed with stuff, okay? It's definitely packing. The opening scene shows us one of the clocks from before, still refusing to go past 10 a.m. The creature bangs on the door while the former detective panics, okay? He looks up to find a set of double doors that weren't there before. The portal to Narnia opens wide and invites him inside. Now, this scene here is pretty abstract, but I'm almost 100% certain that it's showing a hiding mechanic, and the double doors were actually just a weird looking closet. Through the cracks, we can see the blob somehow got into the room and is hunting him down. And then it's revealed that this whole thing was an advertisement for a horror game! Yes! Oh, I would have never guessed. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's actually really cool, and you guys should totally check it out, seriously. Now, before this game comes out, I kind of want to theorize a little bit with the limited information that we have, shoot from the hip a little bit, talk out of my ass for a second. After looking at the description of the first video here, it does seem that this series was based on a painting of the blob that existed before. I'm not sure if that means it was based on an artwork that the creator had seen before, or if it was something that they had made themselves, but I do know for certain, based on the description of the second video, is that they're definitely taking inspiration from Fears to Fathom, which is really cool, and dare I say it, maybe taking a little bit of inspiration from Trevor Henderson, just a pinch, just a toenail, right? A toenail of Trevor Henderson. But based on the few minutes that we've seen here, I believe the detective was potentially being stalked by this so-called blob, while he was ironically stalking it for research purposes. Justified. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I swear, fuck. Now, it's unclear how or when this happened, but at some point during his research, the blob was able to trap him in this weird pocket dimension that's attempting to imitate his house. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that guy's alive anymore. No, seriously, I don't think he's alive. He's fucking dead, okay? Because towards the end of the first episode, you can actually see that the detective it's just like a dark shadow instead of an actual human being. Either this realm is corrupting him somehow, or this could simply just be what his soul looks like. There's also special emphasis being placed on the time of 10 a.m. and I believe this is going to be prevalent in the game based on the second episode's thumbnail, where you can actually see the blob opening a door in a hallway where these clocks are just on either side of the walls and shit. And I believe, again, this could be the time that maybe he witnessed something that he wasn't supposed to see, or the time that the creature invited itself into the detective's home. That, or there's probably more that the detective has yet to remember, but there's definitely going to be significance to the time of 10 a.m. Make no mistake about it. Write that down. Write that down. Hurry up. Now, one of the biggest questions that I have here is that if the blob is a big enough deal to have an entire investigation dedicated to it, then I sincerely wonder how wide its reach is. No, I'm not calling it fat. That's a genuine question. I'm not, shit, fuck. Is this only affecting the detective, or has it also found a way to ensnare other victims? Or is it potentially getting more powerful, and that's why the detective was sent to investigate it in the first place? And better yet, is there even an outside world to go back to? Is there anything left behind? Maybe this is the real world now, and maybe everything went bye-bye. I think the premise of this story has the potential to go really deep and be super interesting, maybe even in a more symbolic way than literal. That's another thing that could happen too. So hopefully we'll find some answers to those questions soon enough when the game comes out, of course, on itch.io at the very least. I forget the name of the other one. If it was important, I would have remembered it. I'm kidding, fuck. But there is definitely an indication based solely on the photographs of the blob and the fact that, he's infiltrated the detective's house, that this entity possesses both physical and omnipotent traits. And that is a horrifying implication. I've left a link in the description down below for you guys to go check out this person's channel. They've got some other works too on there, by the way, that are also really interesting, and I think you guys will really enjoy watching those as well. As always, thanks for eating up my slop this week, and well, until next time, Soup signing off. I fucking hated that.